Sonic the Hedgehog 3 has been released to massive success, with it being the highest rated movie in the franchise on Rotten Tomatoes. Is that success warranted, though? Yes, of course it is.
Hi there people, it's Pyxcore and I saw Sonic 3 and it's so good and it's so amazing and I love it so much, and unfortunately it does not count toward my talking about Sega games that are not called Sonic the Hedgehog sentence, as it is not a game. The system stinks.
I just want to talk about this movie, man. There was another Pyxcore episode I had planned for this month, but I have to talk about this. First off, this will contain spoilers, as that's basically all I want to talk about, so if you don't want that, run. I first want to talk about the changes they made from Sonic Adventure 2. Namely, Shadow wasn't created by Gerald, they are not on the space colony Ark, and Maria wasn't sick. I think these changes really help the movie, mainly because it doesn't overcomplicate the plot. I honestly think that it's a bit better in some ways. For example, Gerald wasn't executed. In the trailers, you could see that he was alive. You could also see that a lot of people didn't think he would want to destroy the world. While it's like that for majority of the movie, during the climax, Gerald reveals that he was manipulating Eggman and tells him that he's no Maria. Speaking of Maria, Maria pretty much just found Shadow cute and became his friend. There was no sickness or goal of getting to Earth. However, they did a lot to make you feel sad during her death. Also, it's amazing how much they made this story fit with the Sonic movies. They made Olive Garden guy, Commander Walters, a bit more serious this go around, and he actually tries to stop the gun soldier from shooting Maria. However, the gun ends up accidentally firing anyway. Then there's the Eclipse Cannon, another thing they amazingly made work within this movie's plot. Since Gerald was alive, the cannon didn't shoot the moon as a way to hold Earth hostage. Rather, it was always pointed at the Earth and was moved away near the end of the movie so it would shoot half the moon rather than the Earth. I also thought the jokes in this movie were far better than the first two. I didn't really care for the two scenes with Ozzy where they gave him subtitles, and I didn't like the Konnichiwa joke, but other than that, it was hilarious. My favorite jokes were the woman in the military joke and the it's almost as if we're two characters in a movie being played by the same actor joke. Also, I'm pretty sure that the Spanish soap opera in the movie that was used as a running joke was a reference to the
I just love Latinas, Sonic
clip. The last thing I want to talk about in the movie is the climax. Holy crap. When Tom is nearly killed by Shadow, Sonic is ticked. Knuckles reluctantly tells him where the Master Emerald is, protected by Wade, and Sonic gets it and turns into Super Sonic. After a fight with Shadow, the Chaos Emeralds are punched out of him. Then they both reach for the Chaos Emeralds and they turn into Super Sonic and Super Shadow. After a fight, there's a heart-to-heart scene between Sonic and Shadow on the moon, and the two go super once more, blasting through gun robots that are game accurate to Sonic Adventure 2, coming out of the Eclipse Cannon. After Eggman kills Gerald with the help of Tails, he and Shadow try to steer the Eclipse Cannon away from the Earth. Meanwhile, Sonic is falling toward the Earth and Tails tries to save him and fails. Then Knuckles tries to save them both and succeeds. Then Shadow and Eggman sacrifice themselves and Tom is alive. Other notable moments in the movie include when Sonic says the Talk About Low Budget Flights line from Sonic Adventure 2, and they play a lot of music from the games, including City Escape, which I didn't even catch. But then there's after the movie. There are two post-credit scenes. The second is not as exciting as the first, revealing Shadow to be alive. The first one, though, has Sonic accidentally running all the way to New York State Park and running into Metal Sonic. He does pretty well in the fight until a bunch more surround him, but a pink streak saves him. And said pink streak takes off her hood to reveal Amy Rose. I love this movie. I did have a few problems with it and things that disappointed me, but this episode was just me talking about why I loved it. And I hope everyone watching this who's seen it loves it as much as I do. I guess since everyone is so obsessed with grading movies, what would I give the movie? 9 out of 10.
Huh. You're probably wondering why I don't look happy right now. As it turns out, I was watching the B movie the whole time.